Praise be to Jesus. Hi everyone, Charles here with you on a Tuesday afternoon. Yesterday in Rome, there was the launch of Bishop Schneider's new book-length interview with Diane Montagna of LifeSite News. And what I'm going to read here are excerpts from the address that Professor Roberto di Mattei, a renowned Catholic historian, spoke. So these are some excerpts here. The Catholic Church is a mysterious organism, and it is important to strive to understand its physiology. Today, nearly all of the mass media embraces a secularist ideology and does not understand the supernatural nature of the Church. The different theological positions are reduced to political positions, and politics is in turn reduced to a clash of economic interests. Confronted with a proposition that contradicts faith or morals, we have a moral obligation to follow our conscience, which opposes it. For, as St. Cardinal Newman says, conscience is the aboriginal vicar of Christ. Today, those who, following their conscience, resist the words or acts of ecclesial authority which diverge from the tradition of the Church are sometimes accused of being enemies of the Pope or even schismatics. But these words must be weighed. The most serious faults for a Catholic are opposition to the doctrine of Christ or separation from the Church that Christ founded. In the first case, one is heretical. In the second case, one is schismatic. We are not heretics, for heresy repels us. We believe in the doctrine of Christ as it has been taught always and everywhere. We are not schismatics, for schism repels us. We firmly believe in the papacy, which is today represented by Pope Francis, whose supreme authority we recognize. But if Pope Francis or any other pope pronounces words or commits acts that seem to be at odds with the doctrine and customs of the Church, then we have the right to separate ourselves from these words or acts. Ours is not a judicial separation, but a moral separation, not from the Petrine office, which is the office of service to the Church, but a separation from the evil service that is given to the Church by those who hold this Petrine office. We recognize the Pope's primacy of jurisdiction over all the bishops of the world, but we suffer when we see the Pope, in the name of synodality, supporting claims of episcopal conferences which point him down a heretical or heretically leaning synodal path. As a simple layman, spirituality united with the successors of the apostles present here, I believe I can say, today we are the voice of tradition, which is asking the Pope to be heard. Our voice transmits a teaching that comes from afar, and it asks the Pope to listen with no less attention than he reserves for the so-called ancestral wisdom of the indigenous peoples. We too are the echo of an ancestral wisdom, an ancient wisdom that dates back to Jesus Christ, the incarnate Word, or the incarnate wisdom. And those are just a few of the excerpts. So if you're interested in reading the rest of what he has to say, you can go to the link in the description. And we'll talk to you again soon. Bye.